How much time do you spend crafting? You're on a weekly deadline. That's that's a lot of work.
I spend a lot of time crafting them, some more than others.
Right.
Some of them, they flow from, actual resentment. It just sort of comes out. And I spend about, 2 days on my column. Used to be longer, and now I have to cram it in because I do all kinds of different kinds of writing, and I'm a mom and I work at home. But if I don't get 2 solid days on a column, I feel not as good about it. I feel like it hasn't really gotten. Every word hasn't gotten the right spin, and the rhythm is something I pay very close attention to. I love to read writing with rhythm, and so I try to write that way too. And if a sentence just isn't rhythmic, doesn't feel like a melody, doesn't feel like you're in a groove when you're reading it, I'll go back and change it so that a word has 2 syllables instead of 3. I mean, it does get down to that kind of detail when I can, and I really like to have that kind of time to do that. That's when I'm proudest of it.
Well, that gives me the opportunity to say that you teach at City College for the journalism in our creative writing program at a cross-listed class, English 271.5, just in case people would ever want to go for that. And you just gave some great advice for writers. Other things that you would tell people whether or not they're in your class as writers? For
column writing specifically? One of the things that I try to make sure my students understand is it's important that a topic is just as important as the writing itself. Spending time figuring out what to write about is half the battle. You can't make an interesting story out of a non-interesting topic, no matter how colorful your writing is. So that's something you need to really work on. And don't ever choose a column topic just because everyone else is writing about it. I feel like a lot of times, and I fall into this trap too, if a lot of people are talking about something this week, whether it's Sarah Palin or whatever, we all feel the need to jump on board. Inauguration, whatever's going on. This woman who just had 8 babies, everyone's got to put their 2 cents in. And if you have an opinion on it, super, go for it, especially if it's a fresh opinion. But don't ever write about something just because it's what people are talking about if you don't have something new to add to the mix. Those columns fall short and they disappoint because you end up reading it and thinking, I already read that somewhere else before, and chances are it was better.